Good evening. Thank you, Your Eminencies, Your Excellencies, Ambassador Brownback, distinguished guests. Thank you to Fee, Richard, Stephan, and the IDC team for your leadership and your tireless advocacy in protecting the vulnerable. I come to you today representing USAID and its presence in the Middle East and North Africa. But I also come to you as someone from the Middle East. I think, Tafi, I beat you in how much I collect of our faith. So I have to tell this, don't you think, Stephan? On my mother's side, I'm Syriac from Mardin, Presbyterian from Zahle. On my father's side, I'm Antioch Orthodox and Melkite. So I missed the Maronite. But growing up in Syria, I accompanied my father's best friend, Pandali, who went around Syria building Greek Orthodox churches. So thank you for...
I knew him.
You knew him. He was a great friend. And I went to every church he built. So today, I am the Religious and Ethnic Minority Coordinator at the Middle East Bureau at USAID. I assumed this position in January in the belief that more needs to be done. I am reflecting here on USAID's partnership with our community and the commitment that USAID brings to ensuring that atrocities such as those committed by ISIS in Syria and in Iraq and others never happen again. Never happen again, not in the Middle East, nowhere else in the world. We are committed to working together to continue the recovery and the healing of affected communities. But we also want to take it a step further. No religious or ethnic minority will be safe anywhere unless we proactively work together to promote tolerance. Tolerance, not just accepting each other, but rather ensuring the equity and inclusion in the words we speak and the actions we take everywhere. Understandably, the Christian community in the Middle East has been in self-preservation. The recent event with Hagia Sophia is an example, a tragic example. I'm also following the closure of churches in Algeria and the capturing of Christians and those who convert out of Islam in other countries in the Middle East, and that is very troubling. Fearing discrimination and attrition is real, and you have tried to hold on tight to the little that you have. But today, I invite you to join me in thinking more proactively. I hope you don't suffer alone anymore. We're here together as partners. Your participation in this week's event is a step towards building alliances with other ethnic and religious minority groups in other parts of the Middle East and North Africa and the world. As an agency, Gretchen and I were just had a meeting with a colleague from the US Holocaust Museum, and we had so much in common. Partners like this are very important to reach out to. The second thing I want to ask you to join me in doing is encouraging your community to be present, to be proactive, to enter decision-making positions at the local level, at the national level, and the international level. I might be the only Lebanese in this position in the US government, Lebanese woman, and that is a responsibility and an honor. hope to be a role model for all your daughters and your sons. The third thing I want to say is, let's adopt a pragmatic approach to serving the needs of our communities. I spoke with Bishop Warda earlier, and he said, the church is not just a building. We need to educate our youth. We need to bring them back to our communities, and that is really very important. So the commitment I say to you is that we at USAID are here for you, and we want to work together. I want to acknowledge that governments in many countries in the Middle East and North Africa have failed to govern, to protect, or to provide the necessary and basic services, such as health, such as electricity, to many groups, especially the persecuted groups. Equally, international NGOs and local civil society organizations will struggle and continue to struggle to establish credibility in the face of accusations of authenticity. However, faith-based organizations are credible, are trusted, and we have worked with so many of them across the region. And you have a unique position to play to bring together, to bring about social change. Through programs like USAID's 5-year Building Alliances for Local Advancement, Development and Investment Capacity Building Program, otherwise known as Baladi CAB, our team continues to work hard on enhancing the role and expanding the impact of faith-based organizations in their communities. We, as an agency, are committed to this partnership and will continue working together on this shared goal of ours. We must stand as an exemplar for accountability within our organizations. Most importantly, and continuing the legacy of your service and your mission, together we must ensure that our work is inclusive of all communities, including not only people from other faiths, but also racial, sexual, and ethnic minorities, as well as refugees and migrant workers. Allow me to conclude with a quote from one of America's founding fathers, our second president of the United States, John Adams. He said, "When all men and women," he didn't say and women, but we'll add that, "of all religions shall enjoy equal liberty, property, and an equal chance for honors and power, we may expect that improvements will be made in the human character and the state of society." Thank you, and God bless you.